Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Dish Gods. I'm your host, Max, joined as always with...
Mr. Little Bear.
That's right. How you doing, little bear?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Today was pretty leisurely, I guess.
Oh, nice. Are you enjoying all this great weather we're having?
Oh, it's fantastic. We're back
Piss.
to the
Piss and clouds.
Yep.
That's
Typical, beautiful Pacific Northwest weather.
I'm happy about it, though. That's what I moved up here for.
Yep.
I don't like the sun.
Well,
I got too much of it.
Get used to this because we have apparently it's like almost 1,000-mile long storm front.
Really? And it just started today.
Yeah, they said I think the news or the weathercaster, he called it a river of storms because on the Doppler,
Okay, band name. I'm calling that band name.
It literally, the storm front literally goes from the edge, the coastline of Washington, up through Alaska and over, and it almost touches China.
Jesus Christ, that's
so
a long...
it's just like a continuous front of storms coming in.
All right, I guess we'll just handle it, I guess.
Yeah.
Good thing I got an umbrella. I do want to ask, because the last time we did an episode, you brought up that there are ghosts in your house. And given that it's the spookiest time of the month, I wanted to see what's up with that.
Yeah, well, it was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I dealt with some paranormal activity in my house. It wasn't
yeah?
anything...
TM?
It wasn't anything, crazy or, so off the wall. There wasn't like blood coming out of the walls and like there were no like
Messages.
children or messages, like crazy kids showing up at the end of the hallway or something. But,
Yeah.
it was just basic stuff.
Okay.
Doors would open on their own.
Well, you just had a ghost experience recently with your phone, right? Or like one of your old phones?
Oh, yeah. That so I just recently got a new phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to keep all my old ones just in case something happens to the new one. And I put them, first thing, I factory reset them so there's nothing left on them. And then I turned them off and I put them in a cigar box.
Yeah.
And at night I didn't realize, but like the phone somehow booted itself up and the passcode was still enabled,
Yeah.
The touch or the home screen was locked.
Yeah.
So somehow my phone turned itself on, punched in the PIN number that it needed, which, by the way, you only get 10 attempts on that phone before the phone resets and goes into a factory reset.
Yeah.
So somehow the phone turned itself on, punched in my PIN number, opened Google Play, and played a non-existent playlist on my phone, and it was playing for about 40 to 45 minutes before I realized that it was my phone, because I was playing my PlayStation and I had my headset on, so I could hear the music coming through like my microphone and then going through my headset.
Yeah.
And I was like yelling at the guys in my chat party, like, hey, can you turn that shit down? Like, I can't hear the game. And then they're all like, dude, no one here is playing music. You might want to check your house.
Yeah.
So I put the headset down and I look around and I realize the noise is coming from my kitchen. And I open the cigar box and the phone is on and it's playing that playlist. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So that's the most recent one. But
Nothing's happened since then?
nothing since then. But at my old place, I had, a little more experience, crazy experiences with things moving, televisions turning on, switching channels, radios turning on, whatever.
Spooky.
But it hasn't happened in a while, and I gotta say, I kind of miss it.
No, it keeps things interesting.
Yeah, it really does. It kind of spices it up.
I've only had like less than a handful of paranormal experiences in my whole life, and I'm not saying that I'm itching for more, but I would definitely like to seek some out, go ghost hunting or something.
Yeah, it'd be really fun.
Yeah, I'm not like inviting spirits into my home, but I'm super down to like go to a old creepy house or clown factory or something.
Oh, for sure. And it's one of those things where people, they hear you talk about that and they go, oh, you're you're crazy, or that shit's not real, or whatever. And it's not that, you don't have to truly believe in something just to not, experience something odd.
Yeah.
Like my phone turning on. Like, of course there's there's
some logical
some
explanation.
as to why it did it, and things happen, air vacuum, or there's pressure and the door opens, whatever.
Yeah.
But when something happens like right in front of you
and you can't explain.
Yeah, like you're sitting down and you literally watch a door, like you watch the door knob turn and the door opens.
Yeah.
How do you explain that? And you can't.
Act of God. Through God.
That's when that happens.
Through God.
And then you're just sitting there wondering what's going to happen next, and your heart's just
boom, boom. Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for more ghostly things.
Yeah,
it is a
sure.
spooky month, so we will keep you guys posted.
And check back next week. Spooky spot.
Yeah, we got a spooky spot going on. I want to talk about something. It's a little abstract, but you kind of brought it up, and I really like the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the 24-hour news cycle.
Yes.
That may not necessarily exist on any specific news channel, but in the world that we live in.
Oh,
because we live in a world with a constant stream of information.
So just think about it this way: if you get off work, at an average time, 3 to 5 o'clock, you're home, you turn on the TV. What's generally on? The news.
Porn.
I mean, well, if you're a normal person and you watch the cable,
porn.
Instead of porn, but the news would be on. So then you get the news at 4, the news at 5, the news at 6, and then you get the national news at 7, and then the whatever, and it just continues on. You get like 4-hour block of news, and then it comes back on at like 11 for the people that get off at the second or third shift or whatever. But then after all that's done, the news continues online.
Yeah, well,
it doesn't stop. So it's Facebook, it's online, it's this, and eventually they just run out of things to talk about. They run out of things to say.
Yeah.
And then it turns into this really petty shit that we're dealing with right now, which is you don't hear about major news stories, like things that you should know about and should want to hear about, but instead you hear about things like Justin Bieber blew his nose with a piece of toilet paper and not a Kleenex. What do you think about this?
Yeah. Well, my issue is that I find that when something important does happen, like the shooting in Vegas, for example,
which was 2 weeks ago, by the way,
and it's no longer in the news. I mean, no, I guess the shooter's girlfriend was in the news like a couple days ago, but my sense of time is so fucked up right now. It's not even funny. But there's something that I have an issue with, and it's that every time something important breaks, there's this issue that I have, and it's that I work a full-time job. I'm a busy guy. I do all sorts of things, and I don't have time to research every single fucking event that happens. I just don't. Most people don't. And these events come out, and there's this whole concept about there's like this social echo chamber that people exist in, where you only hear your side of the story. So when things like shootings happen and stuff, I hear like such a fucking like oversaturated, biased version of the events that it's almost gossip.
Yeah.
At that point, where like these world tragedies and these huge world events are going on, and the societal norm and like the way that we interact with news and as like communities, I feel like we've turned it from being news events to just gossip. It's all he said, she said kind of shit now.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Kind of on point is this whole like outing people for whatever it is.
Sexual
harassment, being a racist, whatever, which I'm okay with. I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, if this person like harassed you or like touched you or did something, yeah, speak up. But if like so the David Cross, the comedian, he got outed for something that occurred 10 plus years ago.
Yeah.
And I have to say it kind of pissed me off when I read about it. Like, at first I was shocked. I was like, oh, fuck, really? Like,
David Cross is a racist?
Yeah, this guy? Like, come on, man. But then I read the story, and it happened to be, it was like this comedian that he knew. She wasn't anybody at the time. You know, she was a nobody. And then apparently he did like some, hokey, like, because she's Asian or something. So he was like, oh, speak a Chinese or English, and he did that. And so she called him out on it. But the thing is, it's like, dude, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, you've been sitting on it for that long. You've been stewing that badly.
And it's like, if it was an issue, why didn't you say something 10 years ago? Why didn't you say something 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Why, and don't hide behind the fact that, oh, well, I wasn't brave enough, and now that everyone else is doing it, I'm doing it. It's like, no.
But there's also, just to play devil's advocate here, there's also a thing about like victim shaming and how, especially with a lot of these like sexual assault allegations.
Well, see, that's different. But like, I understand that. I understand like the shame of like, you were victimized, so you don't want to come out like with it in fear of not being believed or whatever. But when it comes to like allegations like this,
in context of this,
different nature.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to kind of like slip that in, but yeah, that's what she said. But no, I definitely agree that like this definitely doesn't seem like that big of a deal, and it's also kind of like, really, it wasn't that. I don't think it was that bad. And David Cross, I saw the story you were talking about, and he actually came out pretty classy. And unlike most people who are kind of like, they either put out some fake ass fucking bullshit apology or they totally outright refuse it. David Cross was like, look, that was fucking over 10 years ago. I don't really remember it. If I offended you, I'm sorry. I'm not a racist. That's not my beliefs. I do a lot of work to try to fight that, but my bad if I did something offensive. And I'm like, that's how it should be, especially when these things happen, over like a decade ago. Like, when they're recent, you should try to fix it. But yeah, if it's in the past, like, I'm glad that he didn't kind of pussy out and try to make some big fucking deal out of it.
Yeah, and that's like you said.
Took it like a champ.
Excuse me. If it was something that happened recently, and if it was a serious allegation, like, wow, I spotted David Cross in Charlottesville holding a fucking torch. Like, yeah, okay, call him out and be like, yo, dude, what's up?
Yeah.
Because that's recent, that's now, that's something you can actually act on.
Yeah.
Not bringing up the past and hoping somebody would remember, or you could call a friend and be like, hey, you remember this time? And they're going to be already biased towards you.
Yeah.
Because they're your friend, so they're going to obviously remember it in a light similar to yours and help you. It's like you said, it's the echo chamber.
Yeah. Well, speaking about race,
episode name, by the way.
And speaking about race, I want to talk about Black Panther.
The group?
The movie.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a superhero movie, so I'm not saying that it's a social commentary of any kind. It's just something that sort of like seemed odd to me as a black man, so that's where I'm coming from on this. And I'm not even saying it is, I'm just posing the question to open a dialogue. Is it racist, or not even racist, is it like stereotyping or something, that all of the Black Panther movie trailers have had like rap music in them?
Oh, man.
I mean, it just seems a little on the nose, right?
It is.
It just seems a little, I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it. I feel like I am. But it feels like with all these movies, right, there are executives who sit down and make these decisions.
Yeah.
Like Thor has that Led Zeppelin song in it. So, and there's been multiple songs in all these Black Panther trailers. So a team of executives sat down in a board meeting and said, okay, we need to get music for this Black Panther trailer. And unanimously, maybe not but the majority voted to have rap music in the Black Panther trailer. And I don't think there's been rap music in any other Marvel movie trailer.
Did they use it for Luke Cage?
Ooh, that would be interesting to look up.
Yeah, because I mean, I only watched about 4 episodes of Luke Cage.
I didn't really give a shit when it came out.
Yeah, I lost interest in that storyline.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, is it? Do you think that it might just be like a little stereotyping that they're doing?
A little bit.
Right? It's just a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. It's.
I'm not saying it's malicious.
No, not at all. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. But I think it would have been a little better had they actually used like a traditional,
like tribal music.
Yeah, African.
I feel like that's a step in the wrong direction.
But that's where he's from.
Yeah.
That's where the kingdom is. That's where his kingdom literally is.
Actually, no. You know what?
You know,
I think that would have been better.
If the movie's taking place in his kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, look at The Lion King.
Yeah.
They didn't put like they didn't have
Dylan.
like Jay-Z or Bob Dylan singing. No, they had like African, like savannah, you know, all that music there.
Didn't Elton John do the score for Lion King?
He did.
Okay. Phil Collins still has the best score. But
no.
But yeah, I just
not getting into that.
I just feel like it's just a little, you know, tongue in cheek. I'll say that it's like, all right, we have this movie. It's Black Panther. It's celebrating Black Pride and strong Black people and all this, and it's like, yo, bitch, I'm here to fucking got my gat and slinging traps in the rain, bitch. It's like Kanye West shit over like orchestral strings, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So it's just been kind of nagging at me, and I just wanted to put it out there, sort of float it out there. Everybody we can discuss it, whatever. We'll check the internet, see what's going on, but yeah. I don't know. It was just something I noticed, you know, and I hope I'm the first one to get on this train, like I was with that piece of shit from Denny's, but I never got credit for that. No, check my Snap story.
So let's do a poll.
Let's do a poll.
Start a Twitter poll.
All right. Is rap music in the Black Panther trailer racist?
Yes.
That's the poll. All right.
That's
Go online and vote and let us know because we want to be informed. Yep. Maybe we're just ignorant. Maybe we're ignorant. That's ignorant.
That's ignorant.
Or maybe we're bigots. Either way, let us know. We'd love to hear. Do you want to take a break?
Yeah. Let's take a short break.
Let's take a short break. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay. And I guess we're back.
No, we're back.
Yeah, we just had a little chat, drank some beer.
Feeling good.
So there's little. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of get into some weird NSA spy, MK Ultra type of bullshit. Mm-hmm. But it's not as bad as you think. It's not as conspiracy crazy.
It's real.
It's real.
It's not a conspiracy. It's not crazy.
Yeah, it's not. You're right. It's not a conspiracy. This is a real, legitimate thing that happens every day.
Pretty bad.
To almost now with any integrated product that you have, this is happening to you on a daily basis, and you may not realize it, but it is happening.
Your phone, oh yeah, it's listening.
Your phone is listening all the time.
You know how? Through the Facebook app.
The Facebook.
The Facebook app. Okay.
No, it's just the Facebook.
How would we just refer to it as Facebook?
The Facebook is listening to me.
The Facebook app is listening to me. That's new goosebumps. I can't fucking talk. So basically, in our kind of friend circle, we've been seeing this sort of happening.
Yes.
Where we had a friend who she was rewatching The Office, talking about The Office. Then all of a sudden, she started getting ads on her Facebook.
Yeah, and she never did before. She never did.
She was Googling things about The Office, but she was mostly talking about it. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, Office ads start showing up. Articles from pages that she doesn't like.
Here's an article about one of the characters.
Yeah, from pages that you don't like. Just random things that were drug onto your page. And then you recently had this happen to you, right? What was your thing? Me and you, we were speaking about Hey Ya by Outkast.
And, we had a brief conversation. It wasn't long. It's not like we're talking about it.
Pretty long.
Okay.
It was a couple hours.
It was a couple hours worth of Hey Ya. But after, and it was at work.
Yeah.
So that's how we spend our time at work, is talking about hey ya.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, that's all we can use of the song.
So we were talking about that, but then I get home and I turn on my phone and I open Facebook to see what my friends are up to, and I scroll down maybe about half a page.
Yeah.
And the first thing I see is a video of these 3 dirty fucking white hipsters. And I don't say that to be mean
Or racist.
They're look
just
grimy.
dirty fucking hipsters.
Yeah, they just look dirty. Like you look like I don't want to sit next to you because you kind of feel like Linus.
You look like you don't believe in soap for the worst reasons.
Yeah. But anyway, the video came up and
Mm-hmm.
they did like a acoustic version of Hey Ya, and I was just thought, what the fuck, dude? Like
serendipity, right?
Yeah.
Just weird coincidence.
No, it's not. Your phone is listening to you.
Because
if you have a smart TV, a smartphone, or even if you have like Alexa in your house, that's the worst, because now you have like an amplified microphone in your house.
All the time.
And it's basically listening to every single
and collecting
thing.
data, because there is such a thing as talk to text.
Yep.
Your phone can understand if you say, "Okay, Google," da 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 da. It understands what you're saying. So, the thing that I find interesting about this is that I used to not be really paranoid about it, because I remember like my sister and other people freaking out because like you download like the Facebook Messenger app. Do you remember that a couple of years ago? We were like, "Don't download the Messenger app because it gives access to your pictures." And it's like that's just so it can access your gallery when you specifically tell it to.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, it records voice or whatever. And it's like, no, that's just so it can do that when you specifically ask it to.
Yeah, when you try to like video call somebody, and it's like, no.
But now I'm starting to understand that maybe they're not necessarily listening to us. I don't think that there's somebody at Facebook or the NSA who gives a shit about our fucking hey ya conversation. But the creepy thing is that this makes me like totally fucking realize that they can compile a pretty, honest file of you and me, like a profile, just based on what they hear through our cell phones. Because if they can be like, oh, you were talking about Hey Ya? Here's a Hey Ya ad. And then, what's next? Like we're talking about divorce or being children of abuse or whatever else. And then all of a sudden you have a psychological profile about me.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy fucking shit. They can just do this all the time because it's always recording. There doesn't need to be a person behind the board anymore.
No. And yeah, you talk about that stuff and you log into Facebook. Next thing you know, you're seeing ads for divorce lawyers for men.
Abuse counseling.
All
kinds of shit. Yeah.
That shit happens all the time. And people think it's just, oh, wow, that's a strange coincidence. It's not a coincidence, people.
Yeah. Your phones are listening. And I don't know. Is it a problem? I mean, at what point there needs to be a boundary between us and technology, because otherwise we're going to step in some Black Mirror shit. But it's like, I think on one level it's good, but it's cool that technology exists, but I think we need to rein it in.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's not more well known and that it can't just be fucking blatant, like Facebook's not like, hey, just so you know, we're going to listen to everything you say, and we have a program that's going to like listen to what you're talking about and make ads for you.
But that's the thing. They do tell you.
But not straight up.
Yeah.
They use a lot of legal moon speak mumbo jumbo.
They either use a lot of legal speak, or they hide it on like the 90th page in the 18th paragraph, subsection D in like 8-point font.
Yeah.
And like you scroll through everything, you finally find it, and it's like, we will listen to everything you say and use it to collect data about you. But before all that, they're just going to be like, hey, is it cool if we do this and this? You're like, yeah, sure, because I really would like to use this app.
I really want to use Facebook. So, I mean, maybe not boycott Facebook, but let's definitely keep an eye on what's going on.
Just be aware. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. We got to move on, because I am so fucking horny about this shit. So we're gonna be doing something new this episode. Something super new. This is high tech shit. We're in the future, baby, and I hope you're ready to take this ride with me.
Let's go.
We're gonna do our first live commentary on something. We were talking about doing reaction videos, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So we
I'm
found
not
this
feeling
video of this fucking idiot talking. And we figure you don't need to see his face, although it helps. So just look up a picture of this motherfucker. His name's Dan Da Silva. And we're going to kind of do a reaction to his video. Do you want to kind of do some background on it? Because you know a little bit more about it than I do.
Can I see that real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh, technology.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So YouTube user Dan Da Silva.
Yeah, look him up.
Look him up.
Just look at a picture
And
of this fucking cunt.
His video that we're talking about right now is I was sued cause of Shopify store.
What a and
Great
that's
title, by the way.
All caps.
All caps. Cause of. That just pisses me off.
Yeah. Cause of. Yeah. Just fuck
that's
you.
garbage.
Are you ready?
But, yeah.
All right. So we're just gonna be doing a reaction thing. It's a work in progress. So just kind of work with us a little bit.
Bear with us.
So here we go.
A little bear with us.
And here we go.
What is up, Dan fam? Now,
all right, I already got to stop. Because he calls these people Dan fam. And I just fucking can't. I can't. We are literally 1 second in, and I'm already fucking out. Okay, here we go.
listen, today I'm going to talk about how I got sued because of one of my stores for literally $150,000. These are lawyer documents.
I got sued for literally $150,000. All right, but I've seen a little bit of this video, and I know that he did not get sued for literally $150,000.
All right.
So he's already lying.
Let's hear it.
All right,
Okay, these are lawyer documents. I'm going to show you everything. But you need to watch this stuff. If you own an e-commerce store and you don't want to get sued for thousands upon thousands of dollars, watch this.
Gat, gat. Blah, blah. I hate this fucking music.
It's garbage. Pure trash.
What is up, my friend? Okay, listen. So in this video, I decided that I'm actually going to come out and just tell everybody. It's been months
I know
already.
you guys can't see it at home, but his right sleeve on his shirt is tucked up.
Yeah, he did a real casual sleeve roll up.
And his left one is down, but I firmly believe that he only did it to try and show off his sleeve tattoo.
His weird fucking
And
skull thing.
It's garbage.
It's
the
so
tattoo
bad.
is shit.
It's so bad. It's very obvious what you're doing, Dan, and it's not good.
And it's not cool either.
Since this particular lawsuit, this settlement, and it happened on June 5th, 2017 when it was settled. Now, I'm not going to say who it was against because more than likely that person will try to come after me. My lawyer said pretty much it's better off not to make this video. But for those...
I really shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's the oldest fucking YouTuber trick in the book. All right, and then everybody's like, "Oh, look, it's real because he's a good person." He's just after your fucking money.
Yeah,
like fuck
he's
this guy.
not a good person.
He's got an Under Armour hat, so the douche chills are intense.
Those of you who know me, I decided that not more so I don't care, but more so.
Yeah, I don't care. That's why I made this video because I don't care. I put time and effort and money into making this video because I don't care.
I don't care, but please listen to me and listen to everything
this
about
out
this.
to make sure you guys don't run into the same roadblock and the same stumbling block, and you're gonna learn.
Which is it? A roadblock or a stumbling block? Fucking get on with it. Okay, we can't pause it every 3 seconds.
Very, very expensive lesson that I had to learn, and more so than anything, the type of people that there are out in the world. Now, to put it into context, the reason I was sued was because I used a picture that I found on Google Images. Now, I should have known better. Yes, in my position, I should know better, but...
Excuse me?
He was sued for stealing someone else's artwork and printing them on T-shirts and selling this said T-shirt, making money and not giving royalties or credit to the author that made said image on his shirt.
My whole thing is like royalty-free images exist. Just Google that.
And, if you continue the video, he will show you a website where you can find royalty-free images. But he goes, but they're just not as good as the other ones that you can find and
the ones
steal.
Again, I never really thought that there are malicious people out there that all they do, and this is what I want to tell you, is that there's people out there that maliciously put pictures on the internet. They copyright pictures that they take, and what they do is they'll get like a copyright on it, and they'll put it out on the internet, and it's freely available on the internet. If you run a Google search, their image will appear, and in like bold little text, or not even bold, but little micro text, I'm talking like size 9 text on their websites, It says, if you use this image, we're going to go ahead and sue you. And they literally, some people specifically do this as a job where they go ahead and they'll.
Okay, so basically he just said that there are people who create images, photography or art or whatever, who then copyright said image and put it up on Google for people to see. And then they say, because they have a copyright, which is a legal thing, which means that you can't use it anyway, but then I'm doing air quotes here, they hide the text in bold font. I'm sorry, Dan, but bold isn't exactly like subtle, hidden text.
And if you know, like it doesn't just, they don't hide it. When you click on the image, it'll literally say copyright 2016, copyright 2017. It's not hidden. It's not anything.
Yeah.
And like, it's there. It's clearly there. They don't do a good or a bad job of
communicating it.
Yeah, saying, hey, no, I don't know if this is copyrighted. No, it's right there in your face saying, don't use this image without consent.
He's literally complaining about the fact that like he goes on Google to get a picture and then people are like, hey, look at my photography. And it's copywritten because they want credit and money for their hard work. Mm-hmm. So it's like, look at this awesome landscape picture I took. It's copywritten. He's like, well, they copywrote it, so I can't use it for free. They're so malicious. Are you fucking kidding me, you fucking mongoloid?
All right. Go out and they'll have a team. They'll have like 3-4 people searching the internet for their image to find all the sites. So this guy went out there and he sued. He sued me, Mashable, Porsche of North America, and I'm talking multi-billion-dollar companies and little people as well. Just so his business model is.
I think they prefer to be called midgets. Just saying. I'm trying to be socially conscious.
If quote these people sued Porsche, the car company in North America, they
sued North America.
The Porsche North America. Yeah. If they got sued for doing that, Porsche should have known better. Yeah. They're a large company. Yeah, they should have known better. And plus, who gives a fuck? They got the money to pay off any lawsuit.
$150,000 fine's nothing to these people.
They don't care. Like, fuck Porsche anyway.
Yeah,
like,
I'm returning my Porsche tomorrow. I'm sick of it.
But all these other people, like, oh, they sued this guy and this guy.
Mashable, all this shit.
Like, all these people should have known better anyway. Like, dude, you're stealing. Yeah,
you're stealing content.
Yeah,
it's
and
bullshit.
Okay, so I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's find Dan Silva's or whatever his fucking name is.
His store?
Let's find his store.
Okay.
And let's steal his work.
Okay.
And let's print a shirt.
I like it.
And let's put it up.
Let's make a shirt with his face on it.
Yes.
I'd rather just do that.
I'd like that.
Let's open up our own. That'll be our first piece of merch.
Yeah, we're gonna sell shirts with this fuck face, with this fuck face's face on the shirt, and then be like, "Yo, dude, your face was on the internet.
There was no copy. Like you're being malicious because you didn't say that your face was copywritten. You said it in bold font and it was hidden. So you're being malicious right now.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, come on, bruh.
Taking pictures and then suing people for a settlement. So again, each and every photo under the penalty of where he's living. And
yeah, it's not like you should make your own content, by the way. I'm sorry that I keep interrupting, but it's like, why can't people just do the smart thing and just make your own content? Just do it. Just be like,
that's hard. I have to work.
You're in the wrong business then.
Where the copyright is held is in California, and each penalty comes with up to $150,000 fine. So for every image that I used that he owned, that again never ever explicitly said on the image this can't be used or anything like that.
I didn't know that his DeviantArt page was fucking copywritten.
No. He goes. So these images are copywritten, and they do it in really small font, but it's still copywritten. And then he just now goes, "How do you know if they're copyrighted? I didn't know they were copywritten. How do you know if they're free or not?" It's like, dipshit.
Yeah,
you just saw the copyright.
I call this whole story fake,
dude. This guy,
it's either fake or he's just like a fucking troglodyte.
Dude, yeah, he grew up under some power lines. That's for fucking sure.
I would potentially be sued for $150,000 if it were to go to court. Now,
Good.
Yeah,
let me just kind of give you a little bit more of the backstory and then show you something which really treads on, because I see a lot of people doing this. If you have a Shopify store, I want to make sure, or if you're drop shipping this,
5 minutes in.
thousands of dollars. She didn't even have her store up and running, and they came after her for $5,000. She settled for $5,000 and came after me for even more money. So again, for those of you who are going and creating content, please understand, if you mislead your people to just go grab Google images, and again, I myself,
you're not creating content because you're just taking other people's work.
Taking other people's work, and even if you went to a royalty-free site and
dragged that picture,
free image, you didn't create anything. Just because you dragged and dropped something into a text box or whatever, and then you had another company print a shirt for you,
it's not content.
You didn't create anything. You literally did nothing. Everyone else did the work for you, and now you're reaping the benefits, and now you're upset that you got caught stealing someone else's work.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, been victim of this. I myself do teach to go use Google Images, but if you can, please use Creative Commons if you can find images. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is if you're going to go use images.
So, if your whole thing is use Creative Commons to find images, why in the holy mother of fuck are you on Google Images trying to find images if you can find free ones on Creative Commons? You fucking miserable, stupid piece of shit.
I guarantee you, he probably didn't know about that site until after he was sued, and then his lawyer was like, hey, by the way, just so I don't have to help you out of this sticky situation again, try this website, and please don't ever call me again because you're a piece of shit.
Oh my God, God. Ugh.
Whether or not that's for your store, that's for your headers of your store, whatever it is, please use search.creativecommons.org. It's going to save you a lot of time and hassle, and you won't be sued. Okay, the last thing you want to do is be sued like I was. Okay, it's not fun. It's a lot of headaches.
All right, guys. So final step: be sued like I was. That's what I got out of that. The last thing you want to do after you've searched Creative Commons is be sued like me. All right, Dan out.
It's a very big kind of like turning point. Now, if you take a look at my channel and whatnot, when I stop posting
and whatnot,
it's public record. I will put that out there. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to defame anybody before he comes back and tries to sue me again. But if you guys really want to do your research, you can go out there and find exactly who that artist was, and he because it's public record, and I want to make that very known. Let's
find that artist. I want to find the artist and talk to him. Let's reach out to Dan. I would love to get more commentary on this bullshit because this is fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
Discretion if you want to learn who it is. I want no involvement in that, and I will state that for the record, just in case he tries to come back around and sue me.
The fact that he said, "Hey, this is public record. I don't want any involvement in it, but you can go and look at it in your own accord. I'm not telling you to, but it's out there. I don't want any involvement." You are involved. Yeah. You're already involved by telling people to go out and look at that, but I don't want to involve. Yeah. You're already involved, dipshit.
Yeah, you're showing them where the information is.
Really quickly, let's talk about one of the biggest things that I've been seeing everywhere, and something that I've talked about as well. And actually, Mike's over here. Let me just.
Okay, what the fuck is this?
Mike's over here.
You fucking.
Mike, get into frame. This is my Mike, that frame.
Oh, yeah. What's up, guys?
Yes.
That's so funny. I thought you were
So Mike's in frame. You can go back now. So Mike and we were talking about Alec Monopoly. Now, the reason why, if you don't know who Alec Monopoly is, take a look over here, okay? So I'm just going to pull up Alec Monopoly just to show you who he is and what he does. Now, my question, and I've been...
So I really want to... I can't handle this dude anymore, but I want to hear this because you just pulled up Alec Monopoly, who is an artist. And based on the brief Google image flash I saw, Alec Monopoly looks fucking dope. So let's hear what he has to say about using this artist's work. And because I assume that Alec Monopoly is an artist. He seems maybe he's independent or he's under contract with the company, and he's doing designs. And so I wonder how Alec Monopoly would feel if he did a personal piece, put it up on his portfolio or whatever. It's like, oh hey, check it out, and then this fucking asshole comes around and is like, oh hey, well I just made a t-shirt of your drawing. I'm not going to give you any money for it, but thanks bro. I'm wondering if Mr. Monopoly would be okay with that.
We've been at this for like an hour and a half already doing research.
All right,
And
he's
what
on
Alec
his
does, he's a
Instagram.
very famous artist, but his name is Alec Monopoly because he paints rich Uncle Pennybags, which is the character, the symbol, the logo of Monopoly. Okay, which is ironic because Monopoly themselves, okay, the game of Monopoly, whether I think it's a Hasbro company, their logo, Rich Uncle Pennybags, is actually, and I learned this from, let's see, I don't know who this is, Todd Gardiner. Thank you, Todd, for this amazing answer. Right over here, you mentioned
Okay,
something
he's on
that really...
fucking Quora.
Great source of information.
What the fuck? What year is this?
opened my eyes. It was over here. No one knows who the original artist was of Rich Uncle Pennybags. So whoever created Monopoly, the Parker brothers, they went out there and they found this particular, character that was created in an era when copyright laws weren't around, which stumbles back to my stuff as well. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go out there and
copyright laws were
Yeah.
around.
Okay, we're gonna stop because I can't. If I hear this guy say literally one more word, I think I'm just gonna shoot myself in the fucking face. But it's the exception.
I think everyone gets the point about this whole thing now.
It's the exception that proves the rule, right? Which in this case, it's like, okay, so he's basically saying that the Monopoly brothers stole Rich Uncle Pennybags, so I can do it too. Super not the case, because I guarantee you, if we looked it up, which I don't feel like doing anymore, but we could probably find a case where the original artist for Rich Uncle Pennybags like tracked them down, or they tracked him down, and rights were. Because you can't just have an image floating around that doesn't have a copyright.
Yeah.
Until it becomes public domain,
Mm-hmm.
which it might be now, because Monopoly's been around for a while.
It's been around for a while. I'm pretty sure Hasbro still has a
The
lock
copyright
on
on it?
that because they use his image in like McDonald's, all these different franchises and things. So they definitely have a lock on that character.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I just think this guy's a fucking hack, and the
Dude,
fact
this
that
guy's
he's
a fucking douche.
yeah. So let's reach out to him. Let's reach out
Douchebag of the week, 2017.
the whole week of 2017.
The whole week. The whole week of 2017.
all of the weeks.
All 52 weeks.
Yeah,
is Dan DeSilva.
Yeah, I
You
can't.
take the cake.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. So let's reach out to him. I want to get some commentary from him. Let's see if we can track down that artist he was talking about, and I would love to try to hear from him too.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the author of, or the whoever the person was that made that image that he stole, and so far no luck.
But on the topic of the internet, I do want to just put out a brief kind of closing message, I guess, about net neutrality.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the FCC
Yes.
is going to be
FCC.
trying to enact something like the day before Thanksgiving.
Yep. They're gonna do a big vote, and apparently the word on the street is it's a unanimous sweeping thing. They're gonna gut net neutrality.
Yeah. So, I'm still kind of studying up on what the best course of action to take, but usually you can make some phone calls to your congressman,
Mm-hmm.
local or otherwise,
Yes.
and
Call your representatives.
because the net neutrality is what keeps everything alive.
Yeah.
Creativity and all that other thing. So let's all band together, and we'll be doing a net neutrality watch on the show. So keep an eye out for that. It's the day before Thanksgiving, so we've got plenty of time to rally. But let's not lose the one good thing that's come out of the internet, which is the neutrality part of it.
Exactly.
So, because this just allows big corporations to continue to walk on the little guy and puts people like us.
Put their their hands deeper into your pocket.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, you already pay too much for your cell phone.
Yeah.
You pay for Netflix. You pay for the internet. You pay for an app. Then you have to pay for everything in the app.
Yeah.
You buy your game, and then you have to buy more stuff in the game. But yeah, it's time we, the people, stood up and said, you know what?
I have a dream
Enough.
for free internet.
I had a dream that
I was flying. I had a pig nose and 3 arms,
and I wore a hat.
and I smoked a pipe.
I was number one on the hit parade.
Such a
Parade,
good
parade,
song.
parade.
Yeah, we should
parade,
try to get them
parade.
on the show.
Oh, you should close it out.
That's how you want to close it?
Yeah. Parade, parade,
All right.
parade, parade, parade.
So this has been Dish Gods. You can contact us at dishgodshow@gmail.com. We're also on Twitter and Facebook at Dish Gods, YouTube, iTunes,
Stitcher.
Google Play, Stitcher, pretty much anywhere that podcasts are sold. You can find us. Subscribe,
for
rate
free, by the way.
for free. For now.
Yeah, for now.
Subscribe, rate, review. Every little bit helps. Share. Tell your friends. Send us an email. If a friend discovers the show through you, have them send us an email. We'll give you a shout out on the show. Not your friend, but you. Please. Anything. Any little bit helps. Any closing thoughts?
No. Yeah. I think we did pretty good today.
I feel good.
And you know what? Everyone at home, I kind of love you.
Oh,
just
sweet.
a little bit.
Yeah. Sending out love this week to everybody. So thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Catch you on the flip side. Keep it sleazy.
Parade.